He looks like the perfect father, a devoted husband, the kind of man who coaches his daughter through her homework and brings his wife flowers for no reason at all. But behind that warm smile is a stopwatch, a bottle of chloroform, and a plan he has been rehearsing for months. And somewhere out there, a young woman is about to become his next test subject. In a quiet country house, a man will call the professor is running an experiment. He soaks a handkerchief in chloroform, presses it to his own face, and starts the clock. When he wakes up, he checks the time. 37 minutes. That's how long a victim would stay unconscious. More than enough time to get her into his car and disappear. He isn't nervous. He isn't panicking. He's taking notes, like a scientist perfecting a formula. At home, his teenage daughter is starting to notice things. Her father vanishes for hours at a time, gives evasive answers when she asks where he's been. One night, he plants a jar of spiders in her food just to watch her scream, then calmly asks a neighbor the next morning if they heard screaming. The neighbor says no. He seems satisfied. Then he goes hunting. He offers a young woman a ride. She refuses without hesitation, has no idea how close she came to disappearing. His heart is pounding, but each failure, he notices his pulse recovers a little faster. He's not just planning a crime. He's training for one. Hundreds of miles away, a young couple is driving across the country. Jeff and Diane's relationship is fraying at the edges. When their car runs out of gas inside a dark tunnel, Jeff storms off for fuel, leaving Diane alone and terrified, a decision he'll regret for the rest of his life. They make up. Diane gives him a lighter engraved with a promise forever. He swears never to leave her alone again. They stop for gas. Diane runs inside. Jeff waits by the car and waits. She never comes back. Jeff searches every corner of the station. She's simply gone. Police won't even file a report for 24 hours. He refuses to accept it. Flyers, radio appeals, every waking moment spent searching. 3 years pass. Diane is still missing. One exhausted night, Jeff wanders into a diner where a waitress named Rita recognizes him from high school. She won't let him drive in that state, gets him a room, and over the following months, the two fall into a relationship. He tells people he's writing a novel, tries to build a new life. But he can't let Diane go. When a publisher offers him a deal to write a memoir about the disappearance instead, Jeff says yes, without telling Rita. The obsession comes roaring back. Maps, clippings, sleepless nights. He even agrees to a TV interview. Watching from his living room is the professor, the same man who spent years quietly experimenting on strangers. When Rita finds Jeff's secret manuscript, she discovers a message addressed directly to Diane, promising he'll never stop looking. Terrified, she dresses up as Diane and forces Jeff to admit the truth. He doesn't know if Diane is alive or dead, and the not knowing is destroying him. In a raw moment, he admits he almost wishes she were dead, just so the searching could stop. Rita gives him an ultimatum: choose her, in the present, or keep chasing a ghost. Jeff chooses her. They burn the clippings together. For a moment, he looks free. Then a letter arrives under the door. No return address, just an invitation to meet. Jeff realizes someone has been following him. Against Rita's pleading, he refuses to go to the police, wanting to confront this stranger himself. He comes home to find Rita gone, and a man waiting calmly inside his apartment, holding a set of keys Jeff recognizes instantly. Diane's keys. Jeff attacks him on the spot. The man barely reacts. He just smiles and says the one thing guaranteed to stop Jeff cold: kill me now, and you'll never learn the truth. Jeff gets in the man's car. Back at her apartment, a drunk, heartbroken Rita replays an old voicemail and hears a stranger's voice on the tape. The same voice from the letter. She realizes, too late, Jeff is offered coffee and a story. Years earlier, on a family vacation, this man dove into open water and saved a drowning child, becoming a hero in his daughter's eyes. But the act left him with a haunting question. If he was capable of something so good, was he also capable of something monstrously evil? He never really answers it. He just starts finding out. If Jeff wants to know what really happened to Diane, he says he has to experience it exactly as she did, starting with a coffee. No threat, no weapon in sight. Just Jeff's own desperation doing the work. He drinks it. He wakes up in total darkness, inside a wooden box, buried alive underground, exactly as Diane once was. Rita, meanwhile, has gone to the police, only to be told again to wait 24 hours. Refusing to lose another person to that excuse, she tracks the man's license plate and address herself and drives to the house. She finds his teenage daughter and, in a desperate gamble, convinces the girl's father she's holding her hostage, forcing him to admit where Jeff is buried. He drinks the same drug coffee to prove his honesty and starts losing consciousness. Rita races outside and starts digging with her bare hands, screaming for Jeff to stay alive. But the drug hasn't fully taken hold. The man attacks her from behind with a saw, and it's Jeff's own scream from underground, hearing Rita in danger, that finally jolts him awake. He claws his way out of his own grave, grabs a shovel, and ends the nightmare for good. Digging deeper into the same patch of earth, Jeff and Rita make one final discovery, another grave. The one that had been waiting there for 3 years. Later, sitting across from his publisher, Jeff turns down the book deal. He's done chasing this story. He orders tea instead of coffee, quietly noting they don't drink that anymore. If this story kept you on the edge of your seat, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because there are dozens more true psychological thrillers just like this one waiting for you.